Welcome to music class. Let's get started with our music routines. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. I started to sound a little bit low there, didn't I? To get down to that so, do. Hold up your hand and let's say our poem. Every good boy does fine on the line. F-A-C-E, face in the space. Good ballerinas deserve fudge always. All cars eat gas. Okay, so we just finished up doing our music routines and we said our poems that remind us of the names of the lines and spaces of the staff. So just a quick review for you if you don't remember or if you haven't been here in past years. The staff is the 5 lines and 4 spaces that we use to write music on. So this is a staff, okay? And this is a staff. And when I put them together and hook them up, it's called a grand staff. It has a treble clef, that's the swirly twirly one, treble clef, and a bass clef. And when we talked about highs and lows, what I want you to remember about those is that the higher notes go on the treble clef up high, and the lower notes go on the bass clef. So lower notes are down here, higher notes are up here. Okay, but an empty staff does not mean music, right? We have to put notes on that staff in order to mean music, and the types of notes that we put on that staff tell us how long or how short the note is that gets put on the staff. So if we see one of these, we say ta, we clap once. Ta. If we see this, we say pt. This, ta. See, ta. If it's the half note, but it has a dot beside it, that's ta. If we have no stem on it and it's just a whole, that's a whole note. It says ta. And if we have the 16th notes, 4 of them tied together, we say ticka ticka. Okay, now the song that we're going to hear from our Broadway series today has quite a few ticka tickas. Okay, so you guys are going to get to hear a lot of 16th notes. That's what ticka tickas' formal names are. 16th notes. And in fact, when the song first starts, you're going to hear da 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 like that. Okay. Da, 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 like that. You're going to hear that over and over and over again. Those are 16th notes, okay? And then this song is actually from one of my favorite musicals, and it's more like a rock opera, okay? Less talking, more singing, a little bit more of a modern sound to it than traditional opera, but the story is told through the song, okay? So this is Les Mis, or Les Miserables. Okay, it's based on a book by a French author, and I'm gonna have you look who that is up. Okay, little research task for you guys since you're a little older. Okay, you're gonna have a question on your Google Classroom assignment. Who is the author of the original book that Les Miserables is based on? Okay, Les Miserables. Okay, and I'm showing you here how to spell that. It's a French title, okay? The musical is not in French, it's in English, so you will be able to understand all of the words if you've never seen Les Mis, or we call it Les Mis, it's just the short, like everybody always calls it Les Mis. And so there's a lot of gorgeous music in Les Mis, okay? Really, really beautiful song. So if you get the chance and your parents are okay with you seeing it, there is in the general content of the show, there are some questionable moments as far as like if it's appropriate for you or not, so definitely get parent permission before you watch the whole show. But in the clip that we're going to use today, that song, there's not anything inappropriate for you. So the song that we're going to focus on is One Day More. I love this song, and I really want you to hear how they build intensity with textures. So as different voices come in and do different things at the same time, you're going to feel a build in intensity. Also, pay attention to how all of those 16th notes, that gives you a feeling of like wanting to move forward in the song, okay? So the beginning of the song starts with a simple rhythm, ti-ti-ta. One day more. So one day more is ti-ti-ta. And then it goes into 16th notes, right? So he goes, one day more. Another day, another destiny. This never-ending road to Calvary. All of those are 16th notes until you get to like the very last note of the line. These men who seem to know my crime will surely come a second time. One day more. Okay, so we hear a whole bunch of 16th notes, and it gives the feeling quality that is trying to be expressed. Okay, so there's this kind of chaotic, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this kind of feeling quality to this song, and there's a lot of 16th notes happening. Okay, so as you watch the clip and listen to this song, listen for those 16th notes, listen for the 8th notes and the ta notes, but also listen for how the composer, what they're doing in order to make the song want to move forward and to make it build in intensity. It is probably going to get louder, because typically when things want to build in intensity, they're going to get louder, right? So as you listen, you're going to hear it get louder. That's a building in intensity thing. You might hear the textures, more things happening at the same time. That's building texture, and it builds intensity. Okay, we could build the tempo of the song. Many songs don't do this, but some songs do. You could hear it get faster, or the types of notes get faster or more numerous. So if we have a lot of 16th notes, or if those 16th notes get faster, that would build in intensity. Let's see, what are some of the other ways it could build in intensity? Oh, if the key goes up. So if we modulate, if we go up in the key, then we're gonna feel a build in intensity. So I want you really to concentrate on how it builds in intensity, on hearing those 16th notes, on the ti-ti-ta at the beginning, one day more, okay, on that ti-ti-ta at the beginning, and you have to look up who wrote the original book that the musical is based on. So I'm going to send you over to watch the clip, because it's not super short. One Day More is a pretty intense song. So watch that clip and then go over to the Google Slides assignment and do that assignment, and then click that turn in button so that I know that you've done it, and have a great week.